What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Guys, I'm in the Kalundu residential area, and today I'm just giving you an update. You know, a few days ago, I'm glad, like 2 days ago, the president, it's just an update. Today's video is an update about the energy crisis which we are having in our country, guys. So like 2-3 days ago, the president met all energy players, the players which are in the energy sector, the ERB, the Energy Regulation Board, the ZESCO, which is Zambia Electricity Supply Corporation, yes, to look for solutions. And I found that to be very wise of the president to look for a lasting solution, you know, because he is genuinely, at this point I must state that I can see that the president is genuinely concerned, especially, you know, how he had expressed the concern a few days ago or a few weeks ago when he came from the Africa Union Summit, when he had mentioned that if there's anyone here who has experienced load shedding in their houses, raise your hand.
Somebody who's been load shedded here, put up your hand. It's because of the work we are doing behind the scenes.
He was so confident, and he didn't know that that promise or that assurance would boomerang within a week or two. Just within a short time, it boomerang such that as we are talking right now, when I made a video like 2-3 days ago, our load shedding schedule was like 12 hours, was like 10 hours, because we would have power disruption from midnight. I would notice it every time power goes. Why? Because at that hour, most of the time, I'm like, I'm awake, I'm like doing my videos, editing, preparing for upload the following day. So I find that power would go around midnight and come back 10 hours the following day. As I'm talking to you from like yesterday, the hours have even increased. Now, the president went to see, after meeting those stakeholders, he even went to Mamba Collieries in Mamba, Southern Province. So in Mamba Collieries produces electricity, which is thermal, because Mamba happens to have coal. There's a Mamba coal mine. Now that plant, they generate electricity using coal. I think it's the only thermal plant we have in Zambia, because most of our power which we use in Zambia is hydroelectric, because of the many waterfalls we have which help to generate electricity, you know. So he went there and I saw it. I could see his passion. At first they even had some indoor meetings, yeah, with the management on how they can help. Otherwise, there was another big problem which happened, and that is, you know, that Mamba Collieries were also doing their own annual maintenance. So meaning they are also not producing power at peak. That is the time where I saw a man of passion, the president, where he was almost really commanding them or using force, you know, like almost using it like it's a government organization. Unfortunately, Mamba Collieries, that company, is not a government parastatal like ZESCO, where he can force his way or talk to them by force to say, we need the power, you know, by all means, you should give us power. No, it doesn't work like that, because that company is a private company, and all he needed was to also talk to them nicely. But I could see, because he really wants to see things get done. So he was like, many people thought like he was being forceful, you know, by saying, no, you should do this. And one of his major issues was they should use power. This time around, when power is critical, they should not do their maintenance. They should fix their time of maintenance at a time when we least, not when we least need electricity. Okay, at a time when we don't really need it so much, they should time it like that, you know. And I'm sure that meeting was quite fruitful. I'm sure those guys are going to help. If they recover, they come back to normal generation. I'm sure we should have some power coming back. But on other issues, whether ZESCO is exporting, like the major cry has been, why is the country exporting so much power when we don't have? On that one, that topic was never touched. So we are not sure, because people are saying, other energy experts are also saying, oh, other people who have known these things in the past, they are saying, if generation was restricted to Zambia alone for the citizens, then we would have enough power. So the other reason why I felt like the president cannot bulldoze his way to force Mamba collieries when they should do their maintenance. In the past, there was a complaint from the past, I remember the past government, they would complain. One of them was that the government was a very bad client. Right now, we are talking of Mamba collieries being owed something like $500 million. Yes, about $500 million is what government is owing the Mamba collieries. And in the past regime, they were even complaining that that is the reason why we are even doing, we can't do, they couldn't even generate power at full capacity because they were not being paid for their electricity generation. So right now, and then another thing is that even as I'm talking to you guys, there's some drizzling, there is some rain, little rains. It's been raining all the time. When you sit like this is the little time that I have where I'm even able to talk to you while walking, you know, with little rains. Because other than this, if you wait for this one, it is a heavy rain. So this one, we are calling like the rains are not there. So like there is no rain at the moment. That's how I can call it, although it is drizzling, things like that. So if that happens, then they are saying we'll have. The other appeal the president also made towards ZESCO, our utility company, instead of having 12 hours of load shedding in a row, he was suggesting, why don't we have power split? Maybe power split into like, maybe have 2 sessions. Instead of splitting it 12 hours straight, he was suggesting, why can't it be put in, say, they divide it into 2, like 6 hours. Maybe make 6 hours, have power for 6 hours. Oh yeah. Nice ride. Want to kill me? So the president, he also wanted, if it can be split into 2 parts, you make them 6 hours. Maybe you have power cuts in 2 sessions per day, and like making 12 hours straight. Now here is also the other thing. You can see the rains. I can tell you, God has been so wonderful to the president, such that as I'm talking to you, because it's also been raining very heavily. And you know what happens? Our generation comes from hydropower. Hydropower is generated when you have heavy rains like this. It is a promising that we'll have a lot of power very soon. So the same Lake Kariba, last time when I made the video, I showed how much power generation has, the water levels were going down. I've gone there to Lake Kariba myself, but it has also improved. Why? It has massively improved because right now as I'm talking, from the time they were reporting last week, the water level started even rising in Lake Kariba because of heavy rains. In fact, there are certain parts of the country which are experiencing floods. So honestly, politicians should also look at, the president also cited an issue where he wants all the forces we can use to have a lot of energy in our country. Surely, like we always boast that in Zambia we have more than 100 waterfalls. Imagine just having 20 waterfalls up and running. And then Zambia happens to have more water than any other country in the sub-Saharan Africa. Zambia has more. No wonder we have got more than 100 waterfalls. All those, if they were utilized, all these waterfalls, not even all of them, maybe just 10 of them. These 10 waterfalls alone can generate more than enough electricity which we need as a nation. So that's the video. So I know, in spite of one thing I never believe is when a politician is giving promises, most of the time never take them very seriously. So guys, thank you so much for watching. I'm still in the Kalundu area. Opposite here is the University of Zambia. Where you are seeing these trees is the University of Zambia. Thank you so much for watching, guys. I appreciate you for always coming back to watch my videos. So make sure if you are new on my channel, do me a favor, subscribe, turn on the bell notification, give this video a thumbs up, guys. I'll see you in my next one. Peace.